right, Tiger, let me ask you this question here. In your opinion, what's the solution for Black America today? I.e., examples, education, healthcare, societal ills. Speak on any of those issues that you might have an opinion on what the solution for us is today.
So as far as education, we need more black teachers. And the reason why I say that, because we know how to speak and how to teach our own kind. And we will give them more of a history as far as what we know. They're not getting the full, you know what I'm saying, the full view of it. So healthcare, we need more health awareness. And we need to start, you know, as black men and women, starting to go to the doctors. You know, we have a lot of ailments that sit within us and we don't talk about, we don't discuss. So there is no awareness. And we need some better health care too. You know, they say it's out there for us, but if you can't afford it, it's not there for you. We can talk about some of the youth nowadays. Some of us need to reach back and make a relationship or establish a relationship with some of the young ones. Reason being, it's just like a gap. There's an age gap and there's a bridge. So they have no respect for us. And a lot of us, we don't care either to reach back for them. You know, we talk about them, but what are we doing?
Okay. So let me ask you a question as far as that education piece, right? Like you said, your solution would be to have more teachers, black teachers, people that look like us, so that they can come with their experience and, you know, the knowledge of the culture to
exactly.
the kids, right? With that being said, my question would be, how do you get more teachers, more black teachers to come teach in the inner city, to the inner city youth?
Well, we're going to start off with finances. We have to, you know, give them better finances. Reason why they go out is because they going where the money at. They chasing that bag. You know, so we start there with finances. Then you got to have people that care for their community instead of, you know what I'm saying, just for the check.
Okay.
You know, everybody, we go for that bag, you know, but sometimes we got to make a sacrifice and we got to come together. We have no unity.
Oh, okay. So you get the teachers hooked with finances, basically, to start.
To start.
Okay.
We got to start somewhere at least.
And their desire to help.
Right.
Okay, I get that. Let me ask this too, though. At least you mentioned healthcare. So now, like, a lot of people might not have the money to get good health care, right? We talk about like insurance and different stuff like that. So what do you say about any other ways that a person could take care of themselves without all of the finances being a burden?
You start off by what you put in your body. So you have to learn and read and study. You know, what you put in your body, how it affects it, you know, and an outcome like that. They say we are what we eat. Man, a lot of us don't even take our time to really read what we eat.
Oh, yeah.
So that's part of education too.
Oh, okay. Is there anything that people should leave out or put in from your knowledge? Anything they should leave out of their diet or put into their diet from your knowledge that you think in mass the community don't do?
To be honest, I start off with water because it purifies the body, you know. So they start to drink more water and take away, you know, the caffeines and the different things like that, the sodas and pops like that. So yeah, I start with water.
Okay.
More fruits and more vegetables, you know, more things straight from the earth. Preferably organic, but really nowadays, what is organic?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? What is organic? Somebody is spraying some kind of something on, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I do.
So that's the start.
Okay. That's a bet. So in essence, basically get rid of food deserts where we're not able to eat anything good, right? And implement better produce,
Yes.
better variety of healthy choices.
Healthy choices.
Oh man, what about this? If you could, would you shut down any of the fast food restaurants?
We can start off with a couple of them. You know, the Mickey D's, I'm not even gonna lie. The Popeyes, KFC's, you know what I mean? The JJ's. You know, those are all fatty foods. You know what I'm saying? And they terrible. They're horrible for us.
Yeah, those are killers.
You know, they're killers. You know what I'm saying? But we go because it's a quick fix.
Yeah, and it's affordable.
And it's, yeah.
For
Man, I don't know if you look lately. It ain't too much affordable. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's not?
Oh yeah, the food prices done went up.
See, I ain't been in the fast food
See, that's
restaurant
what
in
yeah.
years.
Yeah.
So I can't even remember being in a fast food restaurant. Let's see. I did go in Subway. Yeah, I didn't eat Cousins. I went in Cousins. I didn't eat, but I did go in Cousins and got my daughter a veggie sub. Yeah, that was about 4 months ago.
Yeah, but I noticed you said you didn't eat it. You didn't.
No, I don't eat fast food.
Okay.
I don't eat fast food. I don't eat fast food. I don't eat meat. Stuff like that. So it's no use in me going in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I was on a long drive to nowhere, and the only thing was available was fast food, I'm gonna probably die. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would probably. If I went from New York to California, man, and there was only a fast food available and no stores, no grocery stores was around, I'd probably kick the bucket. Yeah, because I'm not able to. I wouldn't be able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what did you mention as far as societal ills? What do you think about that, man? Let me ask a question on societal ills, at least what we see in Milwaukee, and you speak on that if you can. What do you think could solve the problem, in your opinion, to the minors being out here stealing these cars, if anything?
Right now, that's like a lost generation because they're already programmed. They're already set. How do you reprogram them?
Okay.
You know, it's that generation is a lost generation. So you got to start with the younger. You know, you got to bypass them. Yeah, you want to do stricter punishment, different things like that. But them cats, they don't care about life, nonetheless the punishment.
So
And jail for them is like they got a lot of homies already there. Mm-hmm. So it's like being in the group home. They family and friends.
No doubt.
Didn't get the new shoes, new everything and hang out.
Right.
So, it ain't like it's hard time,
Right,
23 in, you know what I'm saying, 1 out, or working chain gang or something, something to make you not want to go back, to be incarcerated.
So you go down to Angola, they might not want to do this no more, huh?
Correct.
Yeah, 'cause I heard they still got the chain gang in Angola.
That's all I'm saying,
Yeah.
You don't want a young, person to go through that, but these guys, they, like I said, there's no remorse.
When you say this is a lost generation, what age group are you speaking about? Well, I guess I get it because I know generations going 12s. So, what you said from maybe 12 to about 20 is out of there?
I guess we can have to up it a little bit. You said 20, man, I might say 26, 27, just a little bit, come up just a little bit.
You don't think there's any solution for them to not do anything?
We have to create alternatives, you know what I mean?
For that age group? Or for the one under that?
For the one under that.
Okay.
You got to create some things, positive things. You got to show them, they like cars. When I was younger, they had the, what they call like crash car derby and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We need to sponsor stuff like that, So, if they build the cars and they, they want to tear something up, hey, here's where you do it, Here's safety first.
Okay.
Put the crash bars, helmets and everything. Then go at it. So this stuff they out here doing now, man, they just taking innocent lives. High speed chases, they don't care about nothing but, that excitement.
Okay. And that kind of probably goes back to the education, right? And a couple of the things that I think education is knowing who you are, knowing yourself, knowledge of self. Right? If you don't know yourself, you're not gonna care about yourself, and you're not gonna care about others. You're not taking pride in anything.
So when you have a kid raising a kid, the parent don't know themselves.
Really?
They're not awakened. A lot of them not awakened. And the education that they have, it hindered them. So it's gonna prevent the next generation under them.
Okay.
So if I'm working real hard, and I can't be home, to be there to show this kid or help this kid, he's gonna miss out then too. They stuck in like working jobs and not, in a career. You know, something you went to school for, something you wanted to do. A lot of people in dead ends.
Yeah.
You know, so they making ends meet, working 2 and 3 jobs, and really can't be there for the kids.
Yeah.
Or
So when
deadbeat dads. Think about that. A lot of these cats ain't taking care of them kids. They made them babies. They didn't got time. Leave it to a mom. How does a woman raise a man? Except for the point, you know, what her ideal of a good man is. That's the only thing she can show him. But she can't. She don't walk that walk. You know, that's the only way I can say I can't raise a woman.
Okay.
I can give them my idea of what a perfect woman would be, and try to mold her that way. But I don't know, man. I can't walk that walk. I have to try to get help.
Okay. So let me ask this then. So, with that being said, as far as the babies raising babies or the kids raising kids, right? Is it the kids that's raising kids, or is it the time that we're in? Because a lot of people were born under teenagers, right?
Right.
So like a lot of our mothers may have been born to a 14 or 15-year-old,
Correct.
but they sharp.
Right. So, like you said, it's a combination of it.
Okay.
You know, of the time too.
Okay.
Also, it's some programming going on. These kids, a lot of them raised by video games, because that's where they spend their time at, and that's what, you know what I'm saying. The new video game come out, they pick up on different things.
So it's not the mother or the parents.
Well, it's the parenting too.
It's the parenting.
The parenting. You know, you
Yeah.
watching what your kid is, you know, looking at, playing, and what they doing.
Yeah.
You know, but you can't if you working. If you trying to raise a couple kids, single mother or father, you're not really knowing what's really going on with them, because you're not putting in that time. You don't have that much time, especially if you got 2 or 3. Every kid needs a little bit of one-on-one. So if you got 4 or 5 in there, you're not getting that one-on-one. Somebody's missing out. Probably is going to be either the oldest, middle, or youngest. We can say it like that.
Yeah.
The oldest one's got all the responsibility. The youngest one probably spoiled. You know what I mean?
The middle was probably the one.
And the middle was probably that one.
But that's a cold piece too, because then you get into a direction of, I could possibly see these days that the parents are playing with the kids on the video game,
Well, that's
You know,
it. They're
25.
not trying to raise a kid. They're trying to be a friend.
trying to be friends.
You know, there's a line, you know, and they don't set that line.
So
You got a lot of kids telling the parents what to do, what they not going to do.
okay. So I heard we speaking on a lot of stuff that happens. What's the solution to that?
Man,
That's
it's deep. You know what I mean? And I don't have all the answers.
Right.
You know, I probably have my
Just your
opinions.
Right. Just your opinion.
We have to work on our parenting skills. We have to, as a community, come together to help out, you know, those who need help.
Okay.
That's just a small, you know, just to touch on it.
Yeah, no doubt. Because you know, I guess sometimes if a person don't know themselves, like you said, the parents don't know themselves, you can run into a lot of hardships out here in the world, where a person don't think they're supposed to be anything because their parents don't think they're supposed to be
anything. Correct.
So they might be, like you said, a lot of people got jobs not because they want the job, but because they got to take this job for survival, right?
Correct.
And they didn't get to go to school to do it. But then that runs into another thing, and this is the last thing I'm gonna ask you about. You know, here's the cold part. With that said, do you think, this is jumping off to the left here, well, that's another thing I want to say too, but I'm gonna let the comment section handle that.
All right.
But do you think every young person should be guided excuse me, towards going to higher education? Higher education just being some type of schooling after high school.
I want to say yes, but a lot of kids ain't interested in the higher education. I mean, you try to guide them, you know, but they look at different things that's going on in the world. And whereas, you know, a lot of people have education, and where's it getting them? You have a lot of people out here who graduated, you know, college and different things, but They're not even working in their field.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we're trying to show these kids, oh, well, go to school. This is, you know, and they're like, hey, man, that ain't working out for old boy. You know, you got so many, you know, they push education in certain directions, you know, in certain fields. You know, so you if you need let's say we need 1 million nurses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they tell 4 million. So you get 4 million, you come out, but it's only a million jobs.
Exactly.
So then they going in another field.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think it's like a case by case situation. You have to break down the kid and get to know, to see where they at, what their potential is. On a one-on-one.
That's the guidance.
That's the guidance. But it's not so much guidance. You have to open up and listen to. I can just like lead you and guide you and push you, but if that's not what you want to do, it's like beating a dead mule. You know, it's the mule ain't going nowhere. It's stubborn.
So it's crazy because, you know, like when you about to leave high school and you applying for college and stuff like that, you know, typically you're supposed to have a discussion with your guidance counselor.
Counselor, correct.
You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have to start busting some guidance counselors' heads.
Well, think about that. Think about this.
Talk to me.
There's not enough guidance counselors, you know, in the schools.
Mm-hmm.
If you got 200 graduating, you know what I mean? How many is getting that one-on-one? When somebody can, you know, sit down, you know, yeah, we get a little period. We get to go run and holler at the counselor. But they really don't know you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just going off the scores, test scores and different things. Talking to you briefly. If you know, sometimes you mess up a little bit, they pull you in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not on a one-on-one, you know. What are you really off into?
So
you know, I got a file. That's you like a caseload. You know what I mean? I'm skimming through it.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm trying to guide you. That's it.
Almost like what the stereotypical thing of saying about a public defender.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if that's the case, then we need to get more guidance counselors inside the school. Or wouldn't the teachers and every staff member be considered a guidance counselor, but not titled a guidance counselor?
Yeah, exactly. They would be considered that. I mean, it's supposed to be a team effort.
Team.
You know, it's supposed to be a team effort. And we don't have that. You know?
Right.
We got attitudes and loss of communication. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can be like you're a barber and the next barber, you know, y'all got two different opinions.
Yeah.
All y'all really caring about is, you know, cutting your cut and making your money.
Making some money, right.
So that's what I'm gonna teach this class and do what I'm doing. A lot of them don't even care about, you know, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
You know, when you think of education and teaching, I would think you would have a love for kids.
Yeah.
And a lot of this is, no. I'm here for a check. This is what I messed around and went to school for, you know what I mean? Yeah. And they just pushing a lot of kids on through.
Yeah. That's the wrong field to go to get just a check in it.
It is.
It's crazy.
Because it has an effect on somebody else's life.
Yeah. And yours. And the teacher. See, the teacher that do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, like, I've seen a lot of teachers make a move these days or recent in the last 20 years where they started really doing a lot. You know, because I always thought that the parents is the teacher and the teacher is the enhancer. It's supposed to be. Nowadays, man, the teacher is like the security guard, the nurse.
Yeah.
They got to be involved in everything. But then, what I say about that is that if a teacher, most kids respect the teacher in the beginning. In the very beginning. But once they see day one, day two, whatever it is, and they see that they don't got to respect them, and their parents don't respect them, all hell break loose. You know what I'm saying? Or it could break loose. You know what I'm saying? And then they don't listen to that counseling, that guidance that they trying to get. Like, if I was a teacher or a guidance counselor, there is no way I'm telling the child that's not good in math to go to school for accounting, to be an accountant, right? I'm not telling them to do that. Because I'd be like, man, because then when you going to go through school, get your degree, and you're not going to work in your field.
Correct.
And that's what I'm saying. So you got to be able to guide them in that right direction. Even if I say, well, you know, you might be a better electrician. You know what I'm saying? And if you are a better electrician, you need to just jump on that and do what we got to do. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, but Tiger, I appreciate you answering those questions. Those questions. Anytime. All right, cool. Anytime, there's more questions. All right, well, peace, though. I'm going to say peace and we're going to end that
Peace.
one right there.